All right, everybody, this is Nash here, and the Texas Longhorns, they just returned to practice this morning, and we just got 3 offensive players back from injury. Isaiah Nayor, Jonathan Brooks, and Maalik Murphy. Let's go. Big news for all these guys. We're going to be talking about each one of them. But if you like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your thoughts on getting these guys back. Obviously, huge stuff. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so we're going to start off by giving y'all what you want. Maalik Murphy is back at practice. Quarterback number 2 right now. So, Quinn Ewers number 1. Maalik Murphy number 2. Arch Manning number 3. Maalik Murphy is a physical specimen. And when I mean physical specimen, I mean this dude is large. A rather large human being. It's going to be hard to take him down. And that's really where his benefit as a runner comes from. If you look at his running game, is he's just such a massive dude. It takes a lot to bring him down. He's a strong runner. He's not a stick in the mud, but he's not fast. He doesn't got that blazing speed. But he's got enough of it. Not calling him a mobile guy by any means whatsoever, but he's not a stick in the mud. But that's not, running isn't his game, okay? His game is going to destroy you with his arm. And Maalik Murphy has plenty of arm. I'll put up a video right here. Here's Maalik Murphy and Quinn Ewers in a throwing competition where they're throwing the ball the furthest to see who. And, well, they weren't head-to-head, but both in individual things. But Maalik Murphy back at quarterback as QB2. What does that mean? Well, one, it takes some pressure off Arch Manning. Okay, any pressure you can take off Arch Manning and let his development go as smoothly as possible. I'm a fan of that route. Also, he's just added as many quarterbacks as possible. I'm not sure if you remember how we saw Roschon Johnson at the running back position, but there's not a single position on the football team that is free from seeing potential injuries. And the more capable and competent quarterbacks we have on the roster, fine by me, and the better. Now, I think there's a chance, very strong chance, that we see Maalik Murphy this year, whether it's through injury. And, well, I think that's really the only way we see him. Hopefully. Because I've got a Quinn Ewers video, delayed it, coming out tomorrow. Quinn Ewers is that dude, okay? We need to eat. He had a lot better freshman season than I think most people think he did. But having this guy behind him, not the same story, okay? Not even a similar story, but in terms of who they are as a quarterback, what they do on the field, they do the same thing. They're both a power arm that can put the ball anywhere on the field. And if Maalik Murphy's development is going up to snuff, he's going to be one heck of a QB. Whether that's for Texas, whether that's for somebody else, that's another debate to be had, and that's for future years. We're talking about 2023 year. Let's calm down. Let's not start going into 2024, just in the offseason 2023. But Maalik Murphy adds another body to the room. Just the development continues. I've said this in a past video with Jordan Whittington, the wide receiver room. An old hen makes good company. He's going to be able to help Arch Manning acclimate to this room. But, so, Maalik Murphy, his ankle injury is hopefully completely in the past right now, and nothing but up in the future. Moving on to the next one, Jonathan Brooks. I'm happy. I mean, these next two. You got Nayor coming up after that. I am pumped. You got Jonathan Brooks. I say this all the time. Transcendental vision. Jonathan Brooks is indeed that dude. He is. He's built like that. I swear. It looks to me, when I'm watching him, and I'm doing the every play videos and I'm breaking down the stuff, I'm not some football expert here, okay? But I got eyes. And I can see when a guy starts to sense the guy's come, like his head's looking this way, but he knows the guy's about to come from this way and tackle him. So he does like some little stutter step and then moves out of the way. It is literally like he has eyes inside the back of his head, like he's a spider. He's got 8 eyes sitting here on top of his head, and he can look at all 360 directions. When I watch him run, I literally think of the superhero Spider-Man. And his ability to slow down time. And, things go super slow for him. That's what it's like for Jonathan Brooks out there running the football. It is. And Jonathan Brooks is fast. Now, he is not, maybe he's not fast, but he's fast. He's got some speed. He surely is not a stick. Now, this is not the same as me saying he's not a stick in the mud for Maalik Murphy. Jonathan Brooks is not a stick in the mud at all. Not at all. He may not be 100% key lawn speed, but he's close. He's up there. We have some burns in that running back room right now. Now, Jonathan Brooks is going to have to battle it out with Cedric Baxter for the running back 1 duties and potentially Keelan Robinson. Jonathan Brooks, a lot of faith in that guy. Ton of potential. I mean, this running back room, that's basically that's the theme for this room is there's a ton of potential. But I like it like this. You got a 4-star Jonathan Brooks who, I mean, in my opinion, he's shown us more than everything that we need to have faith in him as a starting running back. And if the better option is a 5-star than that, like if the 5-star is better, Cedric Baxter is better than Jonathan Brooks, I mean, I'll take the better option. I will. But that's a damn good option right there in Jonathan Brooks. Now, Isaiah Nayor, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe he's changed his he changed the number to number 8. Ditched the 1 on the end of the jersey. Isaiah Nayor, he has got a brace on, but that doesn't matter. He's out there running around. That's the good stuff that we want to hear. But don't get him injured, please. Please. That's all we need. That's all we need. Just keep him healthy. Let him, if he can come back, let him come back. But I think this is great news because if he's coming back on the practice field right now, hopefully that means we get a healthy 100% Nayor by the time the first game rolls around. And because the reason why I understand, hopefully, Nash, we're talking months down the road. It's an ACL injury. ACL injuries take a long time to come back from. And Isaiah Nayor, ton of hope for that guy. I mean, when you talk about this wide receiver room, it's starting to get loaded again. We're getting back in those days where, hey, this wide receiver room is looking like, how do we divvy up the targets? And the reality is you don't. You don't, unless you got that talented of a guy. This is where we need to get the wide receiver room. We need to get the wide receiver room to Oklahoma. I was going to say Oklahoma State levels. Early. I'm not a morning person, okay? We need to get this wide receiver room to Ohio State wide receiver levels. What do I mean by that? We need guys like Chris Olave. We need guys like, now Garrett Wilson isn't exactly a perfect blend for this, but JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, these guys all their freshman year did not get a lot of receptions. They didn't. That's just the reality of it. And that's what we want out of our young wide receivers. We want our young wide receivers, we want to be able to tell, look, you're good. And this goes for Marvin Harrison Jr. That Marvin Harrison Jr., that guy. Not this last year, great year. Ton of targets, ton of yards. The year before, freshman year, nothing. Zilch. Nada. Barely. Just scraps. But getting this room to that level, it's not going to be easy. But at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want younger guys. We want the guys like Jonte Cook. We want them to be like, hey, we know you're nipping at the bud. Like, we know you're really good. And you're going to get your moment. But that moment's just got to come after 2 or 3 dudes get drafted. So, hopefully this wide receiver room continues to trend in that direction. I like where it's going. Getting Isaiah Nayor back, huge. This is a big body dude. Him and A.D. Mitchell can go out there, and really Jatavian Sanders. Those 3 dudes, if those 3 dudes are on the field at the same time, somebody's getting bullied. There's a cornerback, a linebacker, somebody out there is getting bullied. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. A lot of Kool-Aid this morning. And yeah. Hook 'em.